Hello and welcome. So given the triangle below, solve for D. Alright, so looking at this, you gotta figure out what triangle you have and how does the stuff that you have relate to each other. Alright, we're told that we have the side BC, which is the side right here, is D squared plus 20D. We're also told that we have AC, which is that side right there, is 19D plus 42. D looks a little sketchy. Let me fix that. Okay, and then that's it. That's all we're told. But that's all we need to be told, actually. As because as we're looking at this, you'll notice a few things. Right? First off, we see these little tick marks. That means that these two sides are congruent to each other. Well, what does it mean when things are congruent? They're equal, right? That means that d squared plus 20d equals 19d plus 42. You don't need to know that this is also an isosceles triangle. It doesn't actually help you. You just need to know that these two sides are equal, and that's actually all you need for this problem. But, fun fact, it's also an isosceles triangle, just so you know. Alright, so how do we solve from here? Well, as soon as you see that square, then you'll notice that you have to solve this by using methods of a quadratic. So that's either you can solve by factoring, or you can solve by quadratic formula, or if you know any other solving methods like completing the square, you can also use that. Now, I love factoring, so that's just what I'm going to use here. Okay, so in order to factor, you need to get everything onto the same side. So I like the d squared to stay positive. That helps you with your factoring shortcut. So I'm going to subtract 19d. Move that to the left side. I'm going to also subtract 42 and move that also to the other side. So that cancels, and you're left with 0 on the right. On the left, we have d squared. 20 minus 19 is 1. And then we have minus 42. And there you go. Everything's on the same side. Now you're set to factor. For factoring, we want to add to our middle number, which is a positive 1. And then we multiply our first number, 1 times negative 42. Negative 42. And you're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 42 and add to a positive 1. Well, there's only two numbers that will do that, and that is 7 and negative 6. 7 minus 6, 1. 7 times negative 6, negative 42. And because, and only because, that is a positive 1 at the very front, you can take your two numbers you just found and go straight into your parentheses from factoring. Alright, so our variable is d, so then we have d. First number is a positive 7, so plus 7. Next number is a negative 6, so minus 6. Order doesn't matter, you could have switched them, right? And then you have your two parentheses, so in order to finish solving, set those to 0. Okay, and then just get your d alone on each one of those little mini equations. We have d plus 7, undo addition with subtraction, d equals negative 7. And then same idea, you have the subtract 6, you undo that with addition. So add 6 both sides and you get d equals 6. Alright, now you have to double check something, right? You always want to make sure that your solutions work, but when you have multiple solutions like this, it's even more important, right? We got d equals negative 7 and positive 6. So you have two different lengths that we originally started with, right? Those things. So what we're going to do is pick which solution you want to check first. Let's just do negative 7. Sure, why not? Okay, and everywhere you see a d, you're going to plug negative 7 into its place. So we have negative 7 squared plus 20 times negative 7. Okay, which is the same thing as 49 minus 140. Right? And then from there, you can already tell that the solution is going to fail, right? Because even if you do that subtraction, you get negative 91, and then you think, well, if we plug negative 7 in, that should tell you the length of BC. Well, hold on. Can lengths be negative numbers? No. They're distances. Distances cannot be negative, which means that negative 7 cannot be a solution because you get a negative number back. You don't even have to bother trying to plug it into the second one. If it fails once, it fails as a solution, period. Alright? And then do the same thing, check 6. See if 6 is an answer that'll work. If it does, great, that would be your actual answer for D down here. If it doesn't, then you have no solution. So let's check. So we have 6 squared plus 20 times 6, which is 36, plus 120, which is 156. Positive number, that one works out. Okay, likewise, we have 19 times 6 plus 42. All right, so 19 times 6 is going to give you 114, plus 42 is 156. Also a positive number, and they should be the same number, right? Because we know these two sides are congruent. Okay, but they're both positive, which means that 6 is a valid solution, and that is your answer. Okay, so just make sure you're double checking them, make sure that they both work. All right, it's possible that they both do. It's possible that only one does, or it's possible that neither of them do. All right, so just make sure you keep an eye on that. But that is your final answer. Thanks for watching.